Welcome back everyone. Now in this lecture we'll learn about one more indicator, that is Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band is commonly used indicator discovered by John Bollinger in 1980s. It is a powerful indicator and it can be used for all types of trading. Bollinger Band is a volatility indicator and the purpose of Bollinger Band is to provide a relative definition of high and low. It consists of three bands. In center, there is a simple moving average, that is 20-period moving average, and on both the sides, there are bands of standard deviation lines. They provide us relative boundaries of highs and lows. The default settings for simple moving average, that is the middle band of Bollinger Band, is 20 period. It means this is a 20-period simple moving average. And the upper band is placed 2 standard deviation above the 20-period moving average, and the lower band is placed 2 standard deviation below the 20-period moving average. Of course, you are allowed to use any inputs that you like, but I suggest default settings. There are so many uses of Bollinger Band, and the first use of Bollinger Band is they indicate high and low volatility. The expansion and contraction on band indicates the volatility of the prices of that particular stock. When bands are expanded, it means there is a huge volatility and we can see a sharp up move or a sharp down move in the prices. And when bands are close together, volatility is lower. In a range-bound market, the bands become very narrow. You can see here the bands are very narrow and the volatility of prices is very low. Prices are sideways and they are range-bound. But when there is an expansion in Bollinger Band after this narrow range, you can see prices are going in uptrend and there is a sharp up move in the prices. So whenever prices move sideways and Bollinger Band goes sideways, we shouldn't trade the stock. You can see here prices are going in upward direction and Bollinger Band is also going in upward direction. All the bands are going in upward direction, so we can trade the stock in upward direction. But here from this point there is a sideways movement in the Bollinger Band. See, from this point, let me mark this point. See, from this point Bollinger Bands are coming close to each other. So it indicates that volatility is going to decrease now, and see, after this point there is a sideways movement in the prices. So in this range, when Bollinger Band is going sideways and volatility is low, we shouldn't trade the stock. Second use of Bollinger Band is used to tell the breakout in the prices. When bands contract too much, like here, the probability of a breakout increases. See, after this point, when bands are too much contracted, from this point, see, bands are expanding, and after this contraction, here we are getting an expansion in the Bollinger Band. So here we can expect a breakout in the prices and we can expect that prices may move in a trend after this sideways range. Here also you can see after this uptrend from this point, Bollinger Bands are coming close to each other. See, the upper band is going down and the lower band is going up. So both the bands are coming closer to each other. It means volatility is decreasing and we can get a sideways movement in the prices. So from this point to this point, you can see prices are sideways. If we want to draw support and resistance lines, then you can see prices are moving between these two lines. And see, they are sideways. So we shouldn't trade the stock if prices are moving in this range. Now some people say when Bollinger Bands move sideways, then we can buy the stock when prices touches the upper band and we can sell the stock when prices touches the lower band. So it is very risky to trade like this, because you can see in this case, here prices are touching the upper Bollinger Band. So if we are going to sell the stock here, then you can see prices are not touching the lower band and even we are getting one more candle above our entry point. So in this case, our stop loss would get hit. So I never suggest to trade when Bollinger Band going sideways. We can trade this range only on the lower time frame chart. For example, this is the hourly chart, and if we are getting a sideways range on hourly chart, then we can trade this range on 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart by getting signals with other indicators. But on hourly chart, we shouldn't trade the stock as long as prices are range bound and there is a contraction in the Bollinger Band. But see, after this contraction, here bands are expanding. This was a gap down opening. After a pullback, now prices are going in downward direction. So they are in trend. As long as Bollinger Band is expanding, prices are in a trend. But from this point, you can see upper band is going in downward direction, lower band is going in upward direction. So both the bands are coming close to each other. It means volatility may decrease now and we should exit from our position because we can get a sideways movement in the prices. The third use of Bollinger Band is it signals about the continuation of the trend. When we get a candle outside the Bollinger Band after the contraction, it means that prices can continue in the same direction for some time. See here, this was the contraction in Bollinger Band and this was the starting of the expansion. Both the bands are expanding and here you can see this candle is closing outside the Bollinger Band. And this candle is also closing outside the Bollinger Band. It means the trend can continue, momentum is high, and we can ride the trend in the upward direction. The uptrend can continue for some time more. Now see this candle. This candle is totally outside the Bollinger Band. See the length of this candle. Only the low of this candle is touching the upper Bollinger Band and the whole body is trading outside the Bollinger Band. It is a signal of pullback in the prices. So you can see there is a pullback in the prices. There is a red candle and prices are again entering in the range of Bollinger Band. So when we get a candle totally outside the Bollinger Band, that is a signal of pullback in the prices. But it doesn't mean that we will get a reversal in the prices. After a pullback, prices are going in upward direction and it is also a signal of continuation of the trend. So with the help of other indicators, we can get our entry and exit signals, but Bollinger Band tells us about the continuation of trend here. As long as prices are trading near the upper band, this is a signal of continuation of uptrend, and as long as prices are trading near the lower band of Bollinger Band, this is a signal of continuation of the downtrend. See here, this was a range bound market because Bollinger Band is getting narrower and this is a very narrow range. After the contraction, here you can see both the bands are expanding and they are going apart from each other. So prices are trading above 20 EMA. So we can get a signal of uptrend and we can expect that prices will go in upward direction. But you can see after 3 or 4 candles, there is a sharp downfall in the prices. So this was a fake signal, and with the help of support and resistance levels, we can eliminate these fake signals. If we see the previous price action, see this level was the support level for the prices, and here when we are getting a fake signal, prices were resisting this level, and this is a formation of head and shoulder pattern. This is left shoulder, this is head formation, and these are right shoulders. So it is head and shoulder formation above this line, and this is the neckline of this head and shoulder formation. That's why here prices were resisting this level and here we got a fake signal. So with the help of support and resistance, we can avoid fake signals, and see after resisting this line, there was a sharp downfall in the prices. At this candle, bands are going apart. It means volatility is increasing. So we can get an idea here that downtrend may continue, and you can see prices are trading near the lower band. Downtrend can continue for some time more. But here you can see from this point, you can see this band is going in upward direction, this band is going in downward direction. So we can expect that volatility will decrease now, and after this point, you can see prices are going in upward direction, there is a retracement in the prices, and this was the end of this downtrend. So with the help of other indicators like RSI, moving average, we can trade in the same direction. See here, when there was a huge volatility, candles were closing outside the Bollinger Band, but there is no candle that is totally outside the Bollinger Band. That's why all the candles are going in downward direction. But see here, prices are not able to touch the Bollinger Band. That is a signal of decreasing volatility. And if we add RSI here, you can see RSI is giving a positive divergence. So it is a signal of decreasing volatility, and momentum is also decreasing. That's why you can see after this down move, there is an up move in the prices. The same is here. Bands are getting close to each other and there is a contraction in the prices. So we can assume that there will be a breakout in the prices, and see here, we are getting an expansion in the Bollinger Band and prices are going in upward direction. But this is the resistance level. Near this resistance level, prices were not able to cross this level, and suddenly prices are going in downward direction. So here, as prices are trading at the lower band, we can assume that downtrend may continue now and we can trade in the downward direction. All the candles are closing outside the Bollinger Band, but here prices are not able to ride at the lower band, and RSI is also in oversold range. So this is giving a signal of pullback in the prices. So we can exit from our position here. So there was a slight pullback in the prices and volatility is very low. You can see prices are approximately sideways and bands are coming close to each other. But from this point, both the bands are going apart and there is an expansion in the Bollinger Band. And you can see candles are closing outside the Bollinger Band. So we can expect that downtrend may continue now. But see this long candle, when the candle is closing outside the Bollinger Band, and this was a long candle, so it was a signal of pullback in the prices. After a pullback, there was a slight consolidation in the prices, but again prices are going in downward direction and prices are moving near the lower band. And when there was a divergence in RSI, so this was a signal of end of this down move. We can assume that prices will go in upward direction, or we can see a sideways movement in the prices. So with the help of other indicators, we can get entry and exit signal and we can trade the stocks very effectively. Bollinger Band is a very good indicator, and with the help of this indicator, we are getting early signals. That's why it is called a leading indicator. You can see here there is a contraction in the prices. So here we are getting an early signal of the breakout, and here as we are getting a positive divergence and Bollinger Band is also going sideways. So here we are getting an early signal of the end of this down move. So in this way you can use this indicator on your charts and you can get very clear signals if you add other indicators with Bollinger Band.